What's up, YouTube? It's Link Legend Russ, and today I'm here with another Nintendo Switch 2 unboxing video. As you can see here, I picked up my copy of Donkey Kong Bananza. I know the game been out for a little bit now, but I just haven't had the chance to actually get around and actually play it or unbox this. I've been a little busy in real life and stuff, a lot going on, so even though I picked up all my games and stuff, I had to push it back to the back burner just a little bit. But as you can see, I'm finally here and prepared to actually get around to actually trying this game out. I heard it's really good. I hear that everybody's enjoying it for the most part. I know a lot of people say this is the game that probably should have been the launch title for the Switch 2. I feel like Mario Kart was just going to sell more Switch 2s than Donkey Kong, but I hear that the game was made by the Odyssey team, so I definitely cannot wait to play it because I thoroughly enjoyed Mario Odyssey. It was one of the first games I picked up for the Nintendo Switch. I never picked up the Switch on launch, but when I did, Mario Odyssey was one of the first two games I got. So let's get into this unboxing and see what we got going on. So along with the game, of course, we also got the Amiibo. Now, I don't know going forward how I'm going to be picking up Amiibos, because I know that it's especially because I believe they're coming from China, that the Amiibos and the whole, I don't want to get into the whole political stuff, but because of the tariff stuff, prices have been going up on certain things. And so with these Amiibo usually being, $15.99, now $29.99, this is a $30 Amiibo. I went ahead, still picked this up just because I wanted to. In this case, I wanted to get something else. I wanted to treat myself for this. But I know that going forward, I probably won't be picking up too many other Amiibo. The only other Amiibo I did pick up, real quick, I did pick up the Riju Amiibo for the Tears of the Kingdom. I just said I'll briefly just show her off. Yeah, going forward, when it comes to Amiibo, unless they're on sale, because there's actually a GameStop coupon, what was it, like 25% off, ends the 26th. It might be past the 26th by the time this video goes up. I got that Riju for like 22 bucks. I would have liked if it worked on this, but it didn't matter. I just said I want to go ahead and bought them. Anyhow, so yeah, Donkey Kong and Pauline, and then obviously let's get into Bananza. So, yep, a groundbreaking adventure, explore wild worlds and find golden bananas. Pauline sings, Donkey Kong transforms, and then just shows you the Bananza form. And it says, buddy up with two-player co-op, paint and sculpt using mouse controls, and DK artist mode. I've been seeing a lot of good, and not saying bad, but some crazy things with the DK art mode. I'm not going to mess around with that mode too much myself, but I do know that when I do get around to actually playing this game, that there is that. This game is one-player TV tabletop handheld mode. It mentions Nintendo Switch Online and the Pro Controller, of course. And real quick, I just show off. I did recently pick up this Donkey Kong Amiibo. This is a Super Smash Brothers one. I started going around in the game shops and just seeing what we got. So, all things considered, though, that's really nice to say the least. But definitely, anybody playing this game, let me know personally what you think. I do wish that we had initially, within the Switch era, I do wish that we had gotten a Mario Odyssey 2. But I know that when it comes to these Nintendo games, I know that Nintendo, for some reason, they're always like besides the new Super Mario Brothers series, we don't really get like sequels to any of these games. Like, obviously there was never a Sunshine sequel, and technically Super Mario Galaxy 2, though it is a sequel, it's pretty much just the stuff that they couldn't add to the first Mario Galaxy. So like, I don't know what it is with the 3D Marios and not having a sequel per se, but let me know if I'm wrong on that. I'm not saying that it, like, technically, if you want to be real, this is probably a prequel to Mario Odyssey, but I still think that everything going forward with that, here's the cartridge. Oh, I did want to bring this up. Now, I'm not going to call the dude out. I was going to say something on Twitter, but I just left it alone. But I know that there was a dude on Twitter that sprayed paint his cartridge yellow and then put it into a Switch 2 and messed it up. And I'm like, man, I don't know what to say to that. I felt like that's crazy, because it's like, It's like, you ruined your $500 system. Don't get me wrong. I know for most people it's nostalgia to, you know, have the, what is it? The yellow cartridge. I don't, what was it for? Donkey Kong 64. I don't know if it was 64 or some other Donkey Kong game, but it was like yellow. It was definitely a 64 cartridge. But I mean, man, to mess up your $500 system and game, just doing that, it's like, oh man, there's definitely a better way of going about it if you want to just do, you know, some technical stuff. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and show this off real quick, and then let me go ahead and put in the game cartridge, and I'm sure there's a day one update by now. So real quick, here we go. Okay, manage software. Oh, not the eShop. It's been a little bit since I played. Here we go, software update. Yep, there is something. All right, let me go ahead and move that back real quick. And when I get back, I'm actually going to have the Amiibo opened up real quick. So, okay, and as you can see here, I already went ahead and opened it up. I used to do these a lot better to where I don't like, for some reason, I like keeping the boxes for like my Amiibo. Now, eventually in the future, it might be, you know, a bit of a detriment because, you know, it's just a lot of paper storage and stuff. But I was like, you know what? It's been a while. I said, this is the first Amiibo I probably opened up in maybe over a year. So I'm like, I'm going to just go ahead and show it off real quick. Now, I have to see what the functionality is again, because I did not actually watch the Donkey Kong Bananza Direct. At least I don't believe I did. It's one of those things that I was just too busy to watch. But, you know, I've seen a couple things on Twitter and elsewhere. And, you know, going forward with that. So it's like, okay, let's take a look and see what we got. So compared to the Super Smash Brothers Donkey Kong, now, yeah, you could tell, yeah, the coloring is definitely different and stuff like that. The bases are fairly similar. Let me see. So this is a, so yeah, the base is the base. You can tell, obviously, this is the Super Smash Brothers base, and this is, you know, a different base. I don't know if they'll do like some additional stuff, or I believe on the My Nintendo website they were re-releasing some of these Amiibo, so you can get DK, of course. I'm sure you get Super Smash Brothers and Mario series. I'm sure you can also get K. Rool. I'm sure you can get I think Diddy was definitely mentioned. So like I said, anybody that wants to check that out, you can. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video out. Don't want to keep this going on too long. This is Link Legend Ross signing out, and as always, have a nice goddamn day. Goodbye. Have a good one, and peace. Have a nice day.